Happy Friday, brave hearts, and I do mean happy Friday. And understand this. Have you ever felt like you were carrying the world on your shoulders? And understand something. This is Jerry. She traveled to see me, and we just did a low back treatment on her. And I had to work on her as if I was working on some big, brute construction worker that's been in construction for 30 years. She's going to tell you that in a second. Understand something. Here's the two things you do. The more I take on the world on my shoulders, the more love the world's going to give me. The more I abuse myself, the world's going to know that I need love from the world. And if you don't learn to unconditionally love and care for yourself, I said to her, are you married? Yeah. How's your relationship? She said, I really love the guy. So, and then we found out that guess what? She works in a hospital. She deals with psychiatric patients. And guess what? She shut off her solar plexus because she takes in, she doesn't observe and grow. She observes, okay, and burns, okay? If she can't help them in their situation, she takes the burden on. So her whole low back, about this wide, felt like a rubber band. And it felt like a rubber mat because she's torn it out so much. When you take the world on your shoulders, psychologically, you can break your back in half without even doing any hard work. But we all know that she pushes herself mentally, she pushes herself physically until she feels pain and suffering. And then she says, I am now worthy of love. Jerry, I don't know. What do you think?
Oh, he's bang on, right? I take on other people's emotions and I feel their pain too much. And
why would you feel their pain at all? You know what? People say to me, Dr. Wolf, do you not care about people? Does that look like I don't? The reality is if you want to care for people, then you've got to mind your own business and care for yourself. So what can I do to take massive action to help Jerry? I'm not going to take on her emotional burdens and her not loving and caring for herself and then feel sorry for her. You know what? You know, people say, I'm an empathic. And I go, danger. I feel everything for people. Yeah, really? Do you think it's going to pay off that you nail yourself on the cross every day, Jerry?
No, it doesn't.
How deep did I have to work on your low back just to open it up today? She traveled 3 hours, didn't you?
Yeah, I traveled 3. I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't. It's very painful. There's a lot of work to be done.
She's jammed up, but I told her that the next time she comes, it'll be about 60 to 70% less pain in trying to open up this, decalcify, get rid of the scar tissue, and we'll do 300% of the work. You know, I said to her, if you want to go to the Antarctica because she's the ice queen down on her back and also here in her solar plexus, Jerry, did I just put my elbow on your solar plexus and go so lightly and you felt tons of pain?
Yeah, I couldn't take it.
All the emotional pain from the people all these psychiatric people she works with, when she sees that they're not going to have their suffering ended, because when you go to a psychiatric hospital, then we know that you're not coming out. And if you do, you're not coming out the same. The reality is she's taking that on and it's none of her business. Your job when you go there is to show them joy, that you can smile under any conditions. Remember, we talked about that this morning, right?
Yes.
Look when you go, your job is to show them the joy of the world. And when you leave, your job is to mind your own business and then refuel and just protect yourself and love yourself.
Yes.
What do you think?
I think it's great.
How tough was the work this morning? You can tell them.
It was hard. It was I couldn't take it, very painful.
You took an hour.
Yeah. But I'm going to have a new back.
Yeah, she is. How does it feel right now?
It feels like release.
That's
even
right.
in my legs. Yeah. I just felt a click.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The vertebrae came back into place, okay? And what I did was I had to go in between her discs, L3, L4, L5, and she had compressed discs. So now I've opened them up like the as thick as they should be, because now we've got the energy flow and the blood flow and the lymph flow all around. Understand, when people get shorter, it's not because they lost calcium. The discs in between the vertebrae get dehydrated and inflamed because we've been pooping in our pelvis and we don't know. We haven't been drinking enough structured water. We haven't been eating enough vibrational plant food up. Understand, the people that you work with at the hospital, would you say they're high vibrational or low vibrational?
Low.
So understand, what do you need to become? You need to become joy to yourself. You need to mind your own business. You don't need to go in there. And if you want to tabulate the suffering that everybody's suffering in there, then you will have heart disease. Because understand, heart disease is the main killer. 50% of everybody, okay, is going to have heart disease. 1 out of 2 people, okay? And guess what? Almost 50% of the population is going to have cancer. And we already know that 86% to 90%, depending on what state and province you go to, have they're pre-diabetic. Did you know that?
Yes.
We also know that almost 90% of the population is overweight and 65% of the population is obese. So are you going to feel sorry for everybody?
No.
Are you going to mind your own business and then learn what you learn, and you're going to share your knowledge and your gift, and that's it, and you are not going to destroy yourself anymore?
Leave it there.
Okay, so understand something. From the minute we get here, we've been taught that the more we suffer for our family, the friends, and the world, the more that we will go to heaven. Are you like out of your skull? I'm going to go into hell so that I can have heaven tomorrow. I'm going to have heaven today. I'm going to take massive personal action, help every one of my brothers and sisters on this planet, and I am going to have unconditional love for them all, but I'm going to have unconditional love for myself, and I am not going to beat myself up, okay, or suffer for anyone. And if that stopped, we wouldn't be going to war with ourselves or anyone else.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's Friday.
Fun Friday.
Yeah. So, do you have the weekend off?
I do.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have a great weekend.
So what I told her is when she goes home, because she's got to drive for 3 hours, first thing when she gets out of the car, she's going to go into the shower. She's going to get into a pelvic squat, turn the water on warm enough that it's in between warm and hot. She's going to be there for 10 minutes, and she's going to allow that to come on her back. That's going to loosen it up from the trip. I told her she needs to get DMSO gel, and she would put DMSO gel, which is stronger than DMSO cream, on, and do that for like 3 times a day. And then after 3 days, she can move to the DMSO cream and then do it 6 times a day. And then she, in between that, not together usually because it would cause too much energy, she's going to put on what we call Pain Away essential oil. And then if she does the pelvic squats and the crab stretch, okay, all right, and just learning to love yourself and making sure your bowels are moving, because you've got the daily cleansing tea, right?
Yes,
So
I
keep
do.
that moving, and then make sure you're doing at least 3 quarts to 4 quarts of structured warm to hot water throughout the day, and no inflammatory foods right now. So let's try to have blender drinks. Let's have to have salads, maybe steamed vegetables, and let's try to have it's cherry season, so eat lots of cherries,
okay.
and poop a lot, fart a lot. Okay, what do you think?
Good. New beginning.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Jerry. Is there anything
Thank
you'd like to
you.
say to anyone? Any words of wisdom?
This man has helped me on my journey in 2.5 years, finding myself and knowing what I need to do for myself, because I'm worth it.
Oh, you're worth it. Remember something. Until you become everything, you're never going to have everything. And to have everything is not called selfishness. It's called centered into self. And if you think there's not enough water, not enough money, not enough food, not enough air, not enough space on this place, then you were sucker punched by these psychos at the top of the pyramid that control the whole pyramid below them and tell them that, guess what, we're all unworthy. Are you worthy?
Totally worthy. And more.
3, 2, 1. You want
Got
to do
it.
it for them?
3, 2, 1. Got it.
All right. Have a beautiful weekend, everyone. And I'll come on maybe tomorrow or Sunday. I don't know. It all depends the mood I'm in. Have the best day of your life. God bless.
Thank you so much.
You're
It was
welcome, Jerry.
great. I keep learning and learning every